Good afternoon, everyone. A powerful, damaging hurricane is hours away from our coast. Don't plan to leave once the winds and rain start. Don't try to drive on flooded roads. Those flood waters can be deadly. Don't expect first responders to be able to get to you during the storm if you decide to stay. 750,000 to 1 million North Carolinians have been asked to evacuate. If you aren't under evacuation orders, now's the time to finish preparations and get ready to hunker down. Understand that the rain may last for days and will be measured in some places in feet and not inches. Florence is now a Category 3 storm, but don't let that fool you. We are on the wrong side of this storm, where most of the damage is done. The forecast tells us that Florence's storm surge will drown many homes. Expert modeling here at North Carolina Emergency Management shows that storm surge alone is likely to flood tens of thousands of structures. A storm doesn't have to make landfall in North Carolina to do serious damage here. It still packs powerful winds that can damage roofs and down power lines and trees, plus heavy, sustained rain that can flood our rivers and low-lying grounds. Remember that rivers can continue to rise long after the rain stops. Our coast will feel the wrath of Florence starting tomorrow in the morning, but all parts of North Carolina will see some impacts. We expect this storm to be with us for days. More shelters continue to open to take in people displaced by evacuations. At least 50 shelters are open now across the state. And in fact, officials will open at 6 p.m. a large shelter at Lawrence Joel Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Winston-Salem. Capacity there will be at least 1,000. And we're grateful to Wake Forest University and the community there for helping. I've activated more National Guard soldiers. By this evening, 2,800 will have reported for duty. Many state parks and museums have closed or will be closed tomorrow. Nearly all state universities have canceled classes, and many public schools are closing as well, plus providing their buildings as shelters. 211 is available 24 hours a day for people in need of assistance. This statewide information line can provide callers with nearby shelter, housing, and other storm-related information and resources. For the deaf and hard of hearing, this number is 888-892-1162. And we're glad to have Monica McGee here providing American Sign Language for us. We're hearing reports of some gas stations with empty pumps. Suppliers tell us that we have an ample supply of fuel in the state, but there are temporary shortages in some locations as people fill up their cars to evacuate. Some stations have seen 3 and 4 times the normal business. Remember that North Carolina's price gouging law is in effect under the state of emergency that I declared last week. And if you spot excessive prices, report it to the North Carolina Attorney General's office by calling 1-877-5-NO-SCAM or file a complaint online at the Attorney General's website. Times of trouble can bring out the best in us. We're hearing kind offers for all kinds of help. And we have set up the North Carolina Disaster Relief Fund to take donations to support response to Hurricane Florence. To donate, visit rebuild.nc.gov. And if you want to volunteer, we urge you to work through established nonprofits and faith-based groups. Volunteer Organizations Active in Disasters, or VOAD, is the best place to start. To the people of North Carolina, thank you for taking this storm seriously. Thank you for following the evacuation orders and for preparing emergency kits. Thank you for taking in friends evacuating from the coast and for checking on neighbors down the street. Continue to watch forecasts closely, and if you're asked to move to higher ground, go. You can download the Ready NC app or follow NC Emergency Management on Facebook and Twitter for updates and to learn how you can weather this storm.